You ready for this? The Bible and comedy.
Yeah, not the most obvious pairing, is it?
Exactly. And that's what makes it so interesting.
Right. It's like, where's the common ground?
Well, that's what this deep dive is all about. We're tackling a listener request someone wants to create, get this, funny video descriptions, those YouTube things, or comments, even mock titles, all inspired by Bible stories.
Wow. Okay, that's ambitious.
It is, isn't it? Ambitious, but kind of brilliant, too. I mean, the Bible, with its parables and stories, it's full of dramatic potential.
Definitely.
But making it funny, that's a whole other challenge.
Yeah.
So where do we even start?
Well, I guess the first thing is to acknowledge the elephant in the room, right? We're talking about two things that are often seen as being at odds.
Totally. The Bible is a sacred text full of history and meaning,
Yeah.
and then, comedy, which, well, can be, let's say, a little less than reverent.
Right. And yet there's this long tradition of using humor to engage with religious texts, even the Bible.
Really? Tell me more about that.
Think about, for example, the medieval period. They had these things called mystery plays.
Mystery plays?
Yeah, they were like these big public performances, and they would use comedy and satire to teach people about Bible stories.
So they were making the Bible relatable, even back then, through humor.
Exactly. Because humor can break down barriers. It can make even these complex, serious topics more approachable and understandable.
It's like, if you can laugh about something, it makes it less intimidating.
Right.
But our listener's request has a modern spin, doesn't it? We're not in the world of medieval plays anymore. It's all about those YouTube videos, comments, those snappy titles that grab your attention.
Exactly. And the internet has changed the game completely. I mean, think about it. Anyone with a phone can be a comedian, a commentator, a theologian even, in their own way, thanks to the internet.
It's true. It's like a level playing field for biblical interpretation, or at least humorous biblical interpretation.
Exactly. And there are some great examples out there. Take, for instance, that YouTube channel, what's it called? Its name of YouTube channel, Redacted. They do these hilarious takes on Bible stories, like really funny, kind of out there. They'll take a story like Noah's Ark, and suddenly it's this whole commentary on modern bureaucracy.
That's amazing. I have to check it out. But okay, we have to address the big question, right? We're trying to be funny, but the Bible is sacred to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So where's the line? Where does humor go from being engaging to just plain disrespectful?
Right. It's a tightrope walk for sure. And like with any humor, context is everything. Intent is key here.
Absolutely.
If you're approaching the Bible with genuine respect, even if you're poking fun at the edges, it can work. But if you're just trying to be offensive, well, that's going to show, and it won't be funny.
You're not laughing with the text. You're kind of laughing at it.
Yeah.
And that's never a good look.
Exactly. It's all about finding that sweet spot, the humor that comes from understanding and appreciation, not mockery.
Right. It's like you can tell if someone's joking about something they love versus something they're just trying to tear down.
Exactly.
So do you think this kind of humorous approach, if done well, could actually help people connect with the Bible in a deeper way? I mean, you said it yourself. Humor can make things relatable.
It's an interesting thought. Because if you think about it, humor and storytelling, they've always gone hand in hand.
Right.
Like a good parable, a good joke, they both have this way of making you think differently, seeing things from a new perspective. And maybe that's what we need sometimes with these ancient texts, a fresh perspective.
That's a great point. I mean, the Bible's been around for thousands of years, been interpreted and reinterpreted countless times. Maybe a little humor can help us dust off those stories, make them feel relevant again.
Exactly. It's like you can honor the weight of these stories while also finding the joy and the humor in them.
And maybe that's a good takeaway for our listeners who are thinking about taking on this challenge. You can be creative, have fun, but always approach the text with respect.
Absolutely. Because if you do it right, who knows? Maybe you'll create something that makes people laugh, think, and connect with these stories in a whole new way.
Exactly. It's a challenge worth exploring.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe we'll even feature some of your creations in a future deep dive. So get creative, have fun, and happy writing.